I came to Hinsdale today to see this very lovely Nantucket-style house. It's brand new, but it's knitted into the neighborhood and reflects the original house here in a really interesting way. If you see the stone here across the bottom of the porch, that's the stone from the exterior of the house that was here before. We're going to find out when we go in and meet the builders that the stone on the chimney and on a rear chimney also came from the exterior of the house. They did a few other things to sort of make sure that the new house reflected the fact that this lot has a lot of history because you're on a really important block on the main street of Hinsdale. Let's go to meet the builders. This is Steve Subkoyak. He's one of two builders of the house.
Correct.
And Steve, I've already talked a little bit about the stone and how you reused that, but that's part of a master plan you had for this house.
It is. When building a home on this street in this community, it was imperative to do something that made sure to complement the area. There's a lot of beautiful homes around here. We didn't want to be the house that was just thrown in the middle and looked out of place. So by using the stone, it helped give the home a little bit more of a established look.
There's a lot of character to the home, and I want to get to that, but first let's talk about the green things you did, because a house of this size often doesn't get as green as you've done it. You've over-insulated. What else have you done?
Over-insulated, high-efficiency windows, high-efficiency furnaces. Really make sure to do a very tight duct system so that the home is extremely efficient and there isn't a lot of heat gain or loss during the seasons, which is a chance to kind of take care and help the environment every day versus one-time applications like bamboo floors or countertops that are made of concrete, in our opinion.
Sure. That's all well and good, but what we've really got here is a really gorgeous house. I mean, you've got, when we start with these two front rooms, the living and dining have so much millwork. I mean, this is just terrific. You've really done a nice job on these two rooms. Tell me about what your plan was here.
You know, it's using an obscene amount of detail is really what helps set up a home, especially in this particular style of home. There's details everywhere.
Well, you're in front of one, the staircase. And
yes.
Speaking of little details adding up, you did this nice box work, and we'll see as we go farther up. This looks like, I've seen these kinds of staircases in David Adler homes, in historical Chicago mansions. This is terrific.
Thank you. Yeah, the staircase in this home is such a central part of the home that you really need to do something to make it unique. You know, doing a drywalled underside just wouldn't be the right look for this caliber of home. So doing this custom box, and as you said, we repeat that process on the underside as well, gives it something that people walk in and say, wow, that's really cool.
Smaller details you've got that I really like are, we've got a white kitchen and white cabinets, but then wood backs to those so that you've got some depth and you have really a background to whatever's in those cabinets.
Correct.
We've got the beadboard ceiling on the porch, and I think that beadboard picks up again in the laundry room.
It does.
Right.
And the built-ins in the mudroom, that also, the windows, we incorporated the windows as part of the lockers, which was, again, something that we came up with in the field, designed the lockers, had the windows, and then found a way to tie them both together, stain them all together so it looks like one piece of furniture with the windows and with the benches.
And we haven't even gotten to what I think is probably my favorite room on the first floor, which is this library. Nice layout because I enter it from the family room. Correct. And then I can exit or enter from the porch. If I had a home office, clients might be able to enter without ever coming in and stumbling over my kids' toys. Right?
Exactly.
Now here on the second floor, before we see this nice master suite, we want to talk about the 3 bedrooms that are back here, and none of them is a slouch. They're all really nice.
Correct. We really try to pride ourselves on coming up with a unique architectural detail on each one.
Then we'd go up, if we were going, we'd go up to the 3rd floor where you've got this nice suite. It's sort of an L shape, 2 wings under the eaves, with a cupola with windows around the top. And I think you said there are nice views of downtown Hinsdale from there.
Great, yeah, great views from there, is also from the windows in that room.
One of the clever things you did is there are volume ceilings here on the 2nd floor, and yet you managed to put in a 3rd floor. That's actually pretty clever. I think that comes from the Nantucket roof line.
It does, and then also just realizing that we try to utilize all the space possible in a home. I mean, by the time with material costs and land costs, every square foot counts in cost. So it makes most sense to use that to the best and most efficient way possible.
Speaking of those volume ceilings, let's look at the one you have here in the master. So the attic, of course, is not directly above us, but this is a great room. This is really nice. It feels like an old, sort of a rustic
exactly.
space.
Again, keeping kind of true to the coastal feel with the slatted boards and then the stained beams. This was, again, you need to have those features that grab your attention. This ceiling, I think, does that.
Yeah, it does. Also grabbing my attention is this bathroom. I love the hexagonal floor tile. I love the tub inside the windows. But my favorite thing is your shower booth. Everybody does now the sort of all-glass shower.
Correct.
What you've done is you've brought a wall up to about chest level with glass above. It's really attractive.
Thank you. It's a way to keep the showers open as possible, but then to give some level of privacy that people would like to have.
All right, and so what we've been holding off on is this balcony off the master, which looks out over a really nice yard over a great neighborhood.
Correct.
You've really done a nice job here.
Anytime you can add more natural light as well as open air, it really helps. Especially living in Chicago, we have such a limited time span to enjoy the weather. On days like today, and beautiful summer days, it's nice to be able to be inside and feel outside.